What's going on, guys? We're back with another Lost Ark video. Today we're going to be helping you guys on how you guys can pick out the best gear for your character. That way you can have the strongest character possible. Now, what is it that we're going to go over exactly? Well, we're going to go over all of this gear right here. All of these purple gear, all of these higher level gear that you're going to be getting. Right now I'm only tier 1, but I wanted to share my little bit of information that I've learned so far from it and help you guys out as well. This knowledge also applies to T2 and T3. However, in T1, it's a lot more basic to let you guys get the understanding, and then you just build upon that onto tier 2 and to tier 3. So let's go ahead and show off the gear that I have right now, and then we'll explain what's going on. So right now, for my necklace, I've got this necklace. What you're going to be looking at in this necklace specifically are the engraving effects. Now, to decide which gear we're looking for, first of all, we have to figure out which engravings we're looking for. So to begin with, make sure you guys know what engravings you want for your character. Now, how are you going to know which engravings you want for your character? Well, I do recommend doing a little Google search for that, because every class wants different engravings, unfortunately. There's not just a pick this engraving and you're done. Every engraving honestly changes up the playstyle of your character quite a bit. For example, this Master of Ambush engraving, if you prefer to do a back attack playstyle, you need this engraving. It gives you an extra 25% damage for successful back attacks. That is huge. 25% extra damage every time you land a back attack. That's a lot of extra damage, guys. And the other thing is class-specific engravings. So as you see right here, I have level 2 remaining energy. That is a class-specific engraving, and how do we know that's a class-specific engraving? Well, just head to rosters, head to engraving effects, and you can see it right here in class bonuses. So these class bonuses are basically different playstyles for your character. You can either choose Surge or remaining energy as a death blade, and I'm specifically going for remaining energy right now. So that is why I'm choosing engravings for my gear that has remaining energy, because there's only 2 ways to get engravings. Either you learn it through books or you have it on your equipment. So that is step number 1, guys. Go ahead and Google search for your specific class. That way I don't have to make a huge list for every single class, because we'll be here all day if I say, all right, Paladin wants this, this, this. All right, just a quick little Google search. It'll let you know exactly which engravings you want. Then go ahead and look on your gear. And the good thing is, for class-specific engravings, they will not be, so you'll only get the class-specific engraving for your class. For example, you're not going to get a gunslinger class engraving on your Deathblade. So there you get the class-specific and you get the random one, the generic one. So now that we know that we're looking for engravings for our class, what next? Next, we're also looking to try to avoid what we have right here, which is the attack speed reduction I have on my character right now. You do not want to have a negative stat on your character if you can help it. That's why books are so very helpful, because then you can be a lot more lenient with the accessories or the gear that you equip for your character. So what exactly is it that we're going to pick for our gear now? Let's start with that. So the quality. Does the quality matter? Yes and no. Let's see if I can find something that has the same stats. This right here has the same stats, but it's the same quality, so that doesn't help us. This is 69, and it's the same stat as well. So this is a perfect example right here. As you see, for the basic effects, they are exactly the same. We have 273 dex and 174 vitality. And for the bonus effect, it's domination. We're literally only missing 6 domination. Now, if you look on the random engraving effect, we're actually missing 1 on the remaining energy. I do believe that the random engraving effect is random. It doesn't matter on the quality. I'm pretty sure you can find a literal quality 1 with a higher engraving, but I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So basically what I'm trying to say with this is quality doesn't matter. Engravings is the number 1 priority here. So say this gear had remaining energy 2 node on it, on both of them, then it wouldn't matter which one you picked. So you may as well pick the higher one for that extra 6 domination. But if this this earring on the left only had a node +1 and the other one had a node +2, then believe it or not, the lower quality one would be better. So I don't know if I have an example of that on my gear specifically right now. Let's try to look around and see if I have one like that. That's a 33. So this is a 2069. No, I don't think I have any high quality ones with a node 1. So, oh right, this one's the same exact one. So here's a good example actually. See, this one has a node 1. So that shows you that it is possible that the random engraving could be a 1 on a higher quality gear. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you find something that has a lower quality, but it has an engraving that is better, then it's actually stronger. Why is that? So let's say we equip something that has only a +1 remaining energy, then we're gonna lose that little pip right there, guys. If we lose that little pip, we lose out on a level for our remaining energy stack, which misses us out on a ton of damage because this would go from 8, 16, 25 to 10, 20, 30. So we're missing out on 2, 4, and then 5% extra damage. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but over the fight, it adds up to a lot. And then eventually you'll be able to get your engraving books, which is why if you watch my previous video, I recommend not selling the green ones because the green ones could have gotten me this level 3 right here. And then I'd be doing 36% extra damage. So that's a lot of damage. So now let's go ahead and move on to the birthstones now that we've understood which pieces of earrings, rings, and necklaces to pick. And to reemphasize, engravings, #1 priority, quality secondary, and then we have one last thing to talk about, but this is a little bit more min-maxing for the end game in my opinion, is the bonus effect. So that's what you're going to decide on. For example, with these 2 pieces of gear, I have the exact same random engraving on both of them. However, the bonus effect is different. Now, what is different on the bonus effect? As you see, the endurance is slightly higher on the higher quality one, which makes sense. And it has a crit stat. However, on the other one right here, it doesn't have the crit stat and has swiftness. So that's when either you can just go with your own playstyle and choose whichever bonus effect you prefer for your class. Or, like I said, just do a quick little Google search because every class wants different bonus effects. For example, the Soul Fist needs to have, I believe it's a specialty one, I forget the name of it, but there's a specific bonus effect that lowers cooldowns, and Soul Fist needs that one more than any other stat. So that would be a high priority for a Soul Fist. But again, I recommend going for the engravings first, then worrying about the quality or the bonus effect. It's up to you on that part. But if I had to put it in order, I would say engraving effect, then find the bonus effect, then worry about the quality. Because the quality, ultimately, if you have a higher stat on something you don't need, then it doesn't really matter. And now for the Stone of Births, it's literally the same thing. The Stone of Births are just for pure engravings that you can pick. And I made a video previously about how to engrave or how to power these up properly without missing out on too many stats. So check back on that video if you want to learn how to upgrade these properly. And just to give a quick little reminder on that, it's basically just don't mash it, try to play with the percentages properly. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And actually, let me say one last thing. For the weapons and the armor, I guess the quality is what is most important for those, but I was mostly wanting to worry about these. At the end of the day, when you start upgrading a piece of gear for T1 and T2, you're going to get rid of it eventually. So necklaces are more important. Don't worry too much about the left side gear. The right side gear is the more important one. The left side gear, worry about it when you're T3. Try to get the highest quality for that. T1, T2, don't worry about it because you're going to replace that. Okay. Now that we've gone over all the gear, that's all I've got for you guys today. If I helped you out at all, let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.